Roblox. If your child is between the ages of 6 and 10, you've probably at least heard about this and maybe even seen it in action. The characters look a little like blocky Lego people. It's one of the most popular games in the world for young people, but it's not exactly a safe and sound game like the Mario of our generation. In this episode, we'll go over everything that parents need to know about Roblox.
All right, well, let's talk about what Roblox actually is, because it still confuses even me sometimes. It's not just a single game. It's a lot of games.
Mm-hmm.
What should parents know?
What is Roblox, y'all? What the heck is Roblox? I'm so glad you asked. Like you said, it's not just a single game. It's millions of different games. Users can make them. Like, some kids want to join Roblox because they want to create virtual games that other kids can join. There's a lot of variation in the different types of games. There's obstacle course games. There's simulator games like weightlifting simulator, bee swarm simulator. I mean, there's an infinite amount of games, right? There's tycoon games. Haley Zapel mentions the hot dog stand computer growing up. I don't know what that is, but if you do, let us know in the comments below. Do you know what that is?
I don't.
Okay, Haley, you are the GOAT. You know the things that we don't. There's fighting games, there's horror games, there's first-person shooter games, there's racing games, there's Clip It. Like, we could go on. There's a lot of things on there.
Mm-hmm. And
also, there's Escape from Epstein Island. There's Diddy Party games. There's Beat Up the Pregnant Lady games and Beat Up the Homeless People games. Like, not for kids.
Yeah.
Not for kids.
Definitely not. It's crazy that there's, I mean, to your point, millions of games within one platform. And I think that maybe that's what some parents and even people like me don't understand, is that, like, Roblox is not just a game. There's so many different things that kids can do. Why are they so drawn to Roblox in the first place?
That's a great question. And actually, before I answer that, I want to recount a story from when my son and I were playing. I was like, I need to sit beside him and play this game with him like I tell people to do.
Right.
I need to follow my own advice. So I did. He pulls up this, it's like a fashion show game where you could go and pick out an outfit, put the outfit on your character, and you walk down a catwalk, and there's like other people that are playing this game from all over the world, and they rate your outfits, and it's like, it's a competition. And so I had my character, and I was trying to figure out how to get the character to even like move to go over to the outfit. So clunky, by the way, so frustrating, but I got it. Y'all, the outfits were like from the Victoria's Secret catalog, and I'm not talking about the jammies section, like lace lingerie onesies and garter belts, and like, I was like, okay, you're 9, and like, and so I didn't freak out, and I put the lingerie on my Roblox character. I'm like, this is so weird,
yeah.
And because I wanted to see what was happening, right? And like, I'm walking my character down the catwalk, and the comments, I was like,
oh,
this is what my child was doing when I was taking a conference call. Shame on me.
Yeah, I mean, but you don't, until you're in that game and you're playing it yourself, or you're experiencing whatever app or game it might be, you don't know what's going to happen.
No, you don't know. And when, all of his friends are playing it, I feel like, oh, some other mom or dad has already vetted this.
Right.
They allow it. It's probably fine. No, it's not.
Yeah. So, back to
sorry,
no,
you
you're
asked
good.
me a question.
Yeah.
I didn't answer
No,
it.
that's okay. Why are kids so drawn to it?
Because it's fun.
Yeah.
It's cool. They have done a really great job of making a very engaging and customizable digital world that kids want to go deep in. It's no different than somebody handing me at age 8 a freaking vat of Legos and every color and every shape and size, and saying, even if these run out, there's more. You can have more. I will give you more. Like, great, done.
Yeah. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Given that there's all these games and kids can create their own games, whoever else is on Roblox, not just kids, are creating their own games. What are, like, if you had to give me like the top 5 hidden dangers of Roblox, what would they be?
Top 5 hidden dangers of Roblox. One is just inappropriate games. You think your kid's participating in a fashion show and it's like strip show fashion show, right? Or you think your kid is playing some island game, right? But it's Escape from Epstein Island, and like, okay, who's Epstein? And that's a whole rabbit hole nobody wants to go down with their kid.
Right.
So inappropriate games that are disguised to look like just kid-friendly games,
Right.
including condo games. And condo games, it's not something you can easily find, but like kids stumble upon them. And those are games that simulate sex. So a lot of people have a lot of opinions about this, but 2 Roblox characters simulating sex in some cases is a form of pornography exposure to kids, if depending on what they're doing and how they're doing it and what they are or aren't wearing. A lot of times kids will learn about places to go in the online world from Roblox and then leave Roblox to go to those places. So that's danger number 2. So there's Roblox Discord servers and Snapchat features. You can actually play Snapchat without actually having Snapchat. So it brings a lot of the negative and or fun aspects of social media into a place where you think you're blocking your kid from social media. Another danger is there's inappropriate Roblox YouTube videos. So let's say your kid wants to watch YouTube and they want to watch Roblox videos because they love Roblox. That's cool if it's, a tutorial on how to build a game, right? Great. Learn. Let's use tech to learn. It's not great if it's, Spider-Man and Wonder Woman like simulating sex, right? And you might walk by the TV and just see Roblox characters and think, cool, kid-friendly, check, move on to the next thing. But you need to know what is actually happening.
Right.
There are bypassed audio clips that get through the filters. One thing we haven't talked about is predators. There are predators. There are predators on Roblox. In fact, a huge piece that went viral last year called Roblox a literal hellscape for predators. Like, that's a strong headline.
Yeah.
That's a strong statement. There are scams. Predators will incentivize children to do sketchy things using Robux, the in-game currency. So yeah, there are so many dangers. And the last one I didn't talk about is just addiction. It's addictive. It's no different than handing your kid a carton of ice cream and say, you tell me when you're done. Like, we wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
Let's not do that.
Right. And I think, we've talked about this before because Roblox comes up quite often. I think that you can't say enough how often predators are on that platform, and it's because predators will go where the kids are, and the kids are on Roblox, like, undeniably. It's played by kids of all ages too. I think that's something that, it first look, you're like, oh, it looks like it's safe for kids. I don't know. I don't really need to inspect it, but because of the way the characters are, like, they look like little Legos. So I feel like younger kids are getting access to it because parents aren't aware of just all the dangers that are on it. When it comes to protecting your kids on Roblox, what are some of the ways that parents can do that?
Real quick, because I have ADHD, while you were talking, and I was listening like 70% of the time, but I definitely got distracted by my browser, and I typed in predators on Roblox Reddit, and just listen to the people.
Yeah.
You don't even have to listen to Titania and Sam. Listen to the people. The top result is, I'm watching this short documentary made by Bloomberg News Originals called Roblox's Predator Problem. If Bloomberg puts time and resources into creating a documentary to document the predator problem on Roblox, there is a problem.
Oof.
Okay. Anyway, just use the Google. Use the Google to learn and grow. What was your question?
What are some of the ways that Roblox has kind of enabled parents to be able to help protect their children when they're playing Roblox?
Well, back to the Google. Roblox parental controls. Again, if your kid uses Roblox, you should Google these 3 words: Roblox parental controls. Like, you can do that. I have faith in you. I just did that. They offer a variety of parental controls, thankfully, that you should absolutely turn on if your kid plays this game, whether it's setting chat filters so they aren't watching, the chat unfold with a bunch of inappropriate vernacular that bypasses the obvious filters that won't let words like penis and marijuana through. You can set a parent PIN code to help prevent your child from making changes, because good kids make bad choices. Good kids will undo the things that you have tried to do. So I'm on the Roblox website. And at Bark, we have a comprehensive tech guide and overview for Roblox parental controls, which I trust, obviously. But let's also go to the source. I'm on Roblox.com, going over their parental controls overview. I'm doing this for you. You're welcome. You should do this too, but let's get into this. There's content controls. Within settings and parental controls, you can go to settings you manage, you scroll down, and you select content maturity. Great. So let's not let 10-year-olds be exposed to restricted experiences that are available for 17 plus verified users. There's content labels. There's minimal, mild, moderate, restricted. I'll let you do the research, but let's just keep it on minimal. According to them, minimal means may contain occasional mild violence, light unrealistic blood, and or occasional mild fear. That's interesting. To me, minimal should be nothing. But, whatever. It's the internet. So, and that's the lowest, right? Then there's mild, moderate, and restricted. Let's go into restricted. If you have not set parental controls for Roblox, here's what your kid can encounter: strong violence, heavy realistic blood, moderate crude humor, romantic themes. Romantic. It's not romantic. Unplayable gambling content, the presence of alcohol, strong language, moderate fear. This is not comprehensive. Anyway, the next thing you can enable are communication controls. This is huge. This is how you help to prevent your child from being lured and communicated and abused by a predator. You go to settings, then parental controls, settings you manage, communication, and then experience chat. Experience chat allows your child to chat with others within a specific experience. I would turn that off. Users under the age of 13 are automatically set to everyone. Why would they do that? Sorry, I'm reading this in real time. This is why you need Bark. Bark monitors Roblox BT dubs on the Bark phone. So, yeah. But yeah, you do not want your child to be able to message and text chat with other people on Roblox. Turn this off. I'm still looking for how you literally do this on here, but feel free to leave a comment under wherever you're watching this, and we can send you a direct link and instructions for how to do that. This is not Roblox. You need to do better. Wow. There's private servers, which is where you can put limits on who can join the experience that your child is having in Roblox, which is great. Go to settings, go to parental controls, go to settings you manage, go to private servers. You can choose between friends or off. I would choose off. Now, if you know a child in real life that your child knows in real life and they want to play Roblox together and you can just add them to their friend list, that's fine. But you need to actually know that you have done that. Speaking of friends, they have friends list. You can see a list of your child's Roblox friends from within your parent dashboard. That's in settings, parental controls, go to friends. Your child's friends will be displayed as usernames alongside their avatar. You can click on the avatar to see their user's profile. So know who your child's friends are on Roblox. If they don't know them in real life, they gotta go. Bye-bye. You are not a friend on the friends list. There are spending controls. Woo, Roblox got in a lot of trouble for kids racking up bank on the linked credit card.
Yeah.
My child included.
I feel like that's a very common occurrence in the Facebook group is help, my kid spent astronomical amounts of money on Robux. What do I do? How do I get that money back? And I don't know that they ever do. I don't know. Kids go wild with
This
that.
is killing me. After reaching $500, you should receive purchase notifications for every 10 transactions by default. No. Wow. We need to do a whole, like, just wow. Screen time controls. Roblox says that if you go to settings, go to parental controls, that's the key here, and you click manage next to the chart at the top of the screen, which shows a 7-day average for screen time. So the TLDR is that Roblox is fun, dangerous, not super clear and easy to enable parental controls, but they are there. So turn them on. Godspeed. Or just say no. Like, your kid doesn't have to play Roblox to be a happy, healthy, socially accepted child. You can just say no and make your kids go play outside.
Like the good old days.
Yeah, you're not a bad parent if you tell your kid no.
No.
In fact, you might be a really great parent.
I think that's one of the things that we often talk about is like keeping your kids off of things is, while they don't see it this way, like you're helping them not experience all the negative things that inevitably, unfortunately, can and will happen. And I think Roblox is one of those places that, again, it seems from the outside looking in that it's like just a fun game for kids. Like there couldn't possibly be dangers there, but there most certainly are.
Yeah.
All right. Is there anything else that you'd like to let parents know about Roblox?
If you are going to allow it, and remember, like I wish I didn't as early as I did. But to be fair, my son did build some pretty cool stuff. And like, I'm really proud of the things that he built. Like, it's really cool to see his creativity. Right. So it's not an all or nothing thing. But I should have waited longer. I should have implemented some of the parental controls, and I should have delayed. I think I already said that. But just reiterate, like, delay, then turn on parental controls. And then what I'm finally trying to get to the point of is sit down with your kid while they play it.
Yeah.
Observe what they can encounter. See what's happening in the chats. See what they're encountering. Like, you wouldn't give your child the remote and say, yeah, just go on Netflix and pick anything.
Right.
And I'll be back in an hour.
No,
you wouldn't do that. Unless it was on a kid profile.
Right.
And like PIN code protected ability to not navigate to the adult profiles. Most parents don't do that.
Right.
So don't do that. Same thing. Don't do that with Roblox. Don't let them explore the digital world without you by their side.
I love that.
Thanks. Roblox. The good, the bad, the ugly, the horrifying, the fun. Hopefully, we have given you knowledge to empower you with, if you're going to allow it, how to help your child have a safer experience with it. Let us know what you think.